There you go.
Yeah, sure. I had one.
Call this meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call. I know that Don Willingham and Nancy are both have excused absences. Justin here, Owen here, AJ here. All right, we have quorum. Take a motion to approve, accept a motion to approve today's agenda.
Motion to approve today's agenda.
I'll second it. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Passes. We move on to the tourism director report.
Okay, first thing I'd like to do is brief you on a couple things we had in front of council. Last night, we did present our budget for the temporary event center. $275,000, I believe, is the max that's been approved. The facility has moved, realizing that we may not be able to get the parking we need from the resort on that side of Liberty Square up against behind the fire station, so to speak, where the skate ramp was set up last year. That may have to be parking. So we're shifting gears, a little more work. We're going to put our temporary events facility here. Parking will be there. Part of the process will be building a nice entrance walkway with some solar lighting, so at least people can safely get back and forth. We have gotten plans from Consensus Planning. It's about $9,000 for their planning work to start the process with drawings and so forth. He's done some conceptual things, but we'll initiate that agreement today and get things rolling. Our goal is to get that open by June 15th. Got a lot of work to do. So does Brandon. But so we're on top of that. Village Council approved that. They think it's a great idea. And it's nice that we'll be in the place that will be permanently. So hopefully things like the sod will be able to stay there. We're going to do it in a way that we stay out of the construction that will happen with the fire station and the new conference center and those kind of things. So we'll put it where we're going to be. So that was approved, marching on with it. As part of that, Oliver Bradley Skate Festival presentation was approved, which will be part of that center. That's an 8-week program this year. I've already asked Brandon to set up a meeting with Oliver, the Caristo people, myself, and Brandon, so we can figure out exactly what that schedule is with the clinics, the concerts, the events, everything that we're going to have for that skate facility, and market it. Market it as something to do as one of the things that we have in this destination resort, and get some lodgers tax recouping for people coming up, bringing their kids that want to go to the skate fest. So we're going to start on that, get that promoted and get that going fast as possible. The other thing that was approved, we were batting 1,000 last night, 3 for 3, was the digital sign up here. It's a little over $80,000. It's 2-sided. It'll be the size of the sign at Frontier Park. It allows us to promote our events, activities, and everything else. And it will go dark at 10 o'clock at night. I contacted the sign production company last night from the meeting. We've got the agreement. We've got the W-9. They are an approved vendor. We'll initiate that contract and we're going to try to get that going. I think Bill asked me when it'd be done, and I think I made the mistake of telling him by mid-January last night, so no pressure. But we can pull it off. The company's real good. They're already working on it, so we'll get that done. The other thing that was discussed pretty in-depth last night was the short-term rental ordinance. It was a good discussion, I felt. A lot of people got to convey what they wanted to do. The village in no way, shape, or form wants to kill the golden goose, so to speak. and put a damper on short-term rentals. We just need to get some accountability and some control on it, so to speak, just so the village is aware of it, liabilities are covered, permits are issued and those kind of things. The numbers, the capacities and those kind of things are all being worked out. It's looking like it'll be something along the lines of 5 people per full bath and 2 people per half bath. But all of that is still in the discussion phases. But I thought it was spirited, but everybody got to get across what they were trying to get across. I think the big issues were fire inspections. Chief Vance has, when we adopt the International Fire Code, the property owners will be able to self-inspect. They will get a form, whether they do electronically or paper, and they check off, yes, we have fire extinguishers, smoke alarms, carbon monoxide, egress, whatever we need. And I certify that these are true. The fire department will reserve the right to do random inspections, but that'll allow the owners to do the inspections so we don't get a big backlog and we're holding these people up. Because once again, we don't want to stifle that business. So that'll be a big plus on getting the fire inspections done. And the other big one was parking. And we know there's parking issues. I think the village was clear and all they're trying to do is keep people from parking off the streets or on the streets. So it's how do we convey that to guests and make sure, or try to make sure that they don't park on the streets like Owen and get a ticket.
Yeah.
I was targeted.
So anything to add on that, Owen?
I thought it was productive, and I think that the major concerns were kind of worked through, and right now, I'm assuming it'll end up being on the next council agenda, hopefully with the changes that everyone talked about, and we can get it going. I mean, the timing's not ideal right in the middle of the ski season, but at the same time, not having to like hold up with the fire inspections makes a big deal.
One of the things is the audit letters that go out to the owners at the end of the season. Those will probably go out on the old ordinance. It would have been nice to have the new ordinance in place and started rolling that out, but it looks like it won't be till the January meeting. And one of the things that I think is key is that those fees are declared when the ordinance is passed, whether it's in a resolution or whatever.
Right.
The people need to know the dollars and the capacities that are gonna be on there. Hey, Chuck.
Chuck Howell.
Sorry, just passing through. So, it was productive. Well, I think we're both in agreement. Next thing I want to cover with you real quick. I asked you to keep these confidential. I got them in front of each of you. This is a media plan I went through with Caristo and the media company yesterday. I did make some adjustments to it. It's pretty extensive and it's very professional and I can't wait to get started. It's a good mix of media, including television via streaming services. It covers our markets. Our 3 main targets are obviously the road trippers, the couples, and the family vacationers. The secondary market are the adventure seekers, outdoor enthusiasts, skiers, snowboarders, cyclists, those type of participants. Our geographic areas we're going into, obviously Texas, Houston, Midland, Odessa, Dallas, some Albuquerque, Amarillo, Lubbock, and Austin. Secondary markets, Oklahoma, Wichita, San Antonio, and Louisiana. The mix is billboards, digital banners, paid search, which is when you punch in Angel Fire and Google and those kind of things. TV commercials, which I think will be great for our destination as we build a brand. If you would have gone into Texas 10 years ago and surveyed the people in Dallas and asked them how many were aware of Angel Fire, you probably have a good penetration. Probably 70% of the market knew about Angel Fire. Dallas has changed. half the people in that city have moved in the last 10 years. If you went there now and asked how many people are aware of Angel Fire, it's probably 30%. So we're back there building a brand again. We're building awareness of who we are. Being allowed to do it with big production things and big visuals, because we are a visual cell, billboards, television, so forth, will be a big asset. There's some examples of billboards on here, some outdoor boards. There's also examples of smaller boards, digital boards, urban panels that are at grocery stores. And we've even got in here gas pump advertising for those road trippers. Some airport ads. Airport advertising, those visual ads in airport are very effective because the audience is thinking about travel. They're in a mode where they're in the travel brain. That's all they're thinking about is moving through time and space. And when you hit them with a message about travel destinations, it works. The impact they have in an airport is way more powerful than it is on a street for reaching air travelers. I don't know about the gas pump thing. I've seen them at gas pumps that I've been to. A lot of states, it's illegal to use your cell phone while you're at a gas pump, which is hopefully Texas. So people are paying attention to those. You've seen the screens. It's usually at nicer gas stations where the pumps work. Where they have the little, they'll be selling you something on there.
They have them over here that flows.
Oh, they do? Oh, yeah, they do have it Lowe's now, yeah. Yeah, so we've got that on there. You've got all the blogging, digital campaigns. And then the television is very targeted. It's served, as you know, television is very expensive. It has been for broadcast for years, but streaming television is a lot, and most people are watching their television via streaming channels now, no longer satellite or cable. So it allows us to target specific areas, specific people with interest, and really drill down on who these people are. The media buyer that Monica employs, for Christopherson, who I was on the phone with yesterday, is really sharp. He really understands. I think he was on one of our meetings earlier, the guy with the British accent. Yeah. You'll see the budget here broken down by months and times. You'll see over here in the far right, this column. Yesterday, when we started, they had Houston as 20% and Dallas is 15%. I switched. I was the one that forced that switch. We do more out of Dallas. Houston's a big market and we do have a lot of business that comes out of Houston. But our Houston visitor tends to be Christmas, spring break, summer. Dallas visitors, being that they're a little closer in proximity, can fill in some other gaps. While they do our Christmas, spring break, and summer, they can also make it up on a 3-day weekend. If their kids are out of school, Dallas can be a little more responsive. So I switched the impressions there, heavied up Dallas a little bit. They agreed with it. We're still working through this. We will get reports back on performance that I'll be able to show you in the future of how things are working. It'll all be on a dashboard and we'll be able to see everything that our $168,000 did for us. But just wanted to fill you in. This is very recent. Most of my time lately has been working on the airport and airline things with Advanced Air, getting that inaugural flight up. So it was nice to get back in some marketing and advertising.
What day was that first flight again?
19th, next Thursday. I'd like to invite everybody to be at the airport midday next Thursday.
Cause the flight's at 1.
Yeah, it comes in about 1. Press conference is in Albuquerque at 12:30. It'll be about 1:30 up here. It'll be closer to 1:30. They fly out of Albuquerque at 1. Be up here about 1:30. We're working with the high school, get band there. Hopefully it's cold and we can't use the water cannon out of the fire truck without icing the runway. But if it's warm, we will use the water cannon. If it's cold, man, we just de-ice the thing.
I was gonna say, if we had a de-ice.
Any questions for me? That's pretty much my tourism director report for here and now.
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
We'll move on to old business, village council feedback on events, Skate Fest, digital sign recommendation. Which you pretty much covered it.
Ditto.
We'll move on to new business, advanced air service and inaugural flight information.
I'm sorry. I just don't stick with the agenda very well, do
You
I?
need to read this in advance.
Well, I do, but then I put together my report of everything I ever talk about, and I just start flowing.
We'll link them together on the agenda, anything you're doing, so we don't have to.
Yeah, it was good information and, I'm excited about the advanced air. I
Yeah.
know that, they mentioned yesterday that it's $81 for a one way.
Yeah.
Not bad. And then, 105 if you want a fully refundable, but I think even the 81 is, you can change the
Yeah.
dates. Where they won't put on, it's like a $10.
81 is actually if you buy a round trip. If you buy just a one-way, it's 86.
86, okay. Very interesting. Well,
I guess we'd have to get back to that.
They will be going 6 days a week through the holidays, and then it goes to 5.
And if you go on, their schedule for the ski season is on there right now.
Yes, you can book right now.
Because I had previously booked one for last Sunday. Canceled it, no one ever contacted me, but just want to make sure. But they were very nice with the.
Were you flying out last Sunday?
Yeah.
It was here. We did, there were, the plane loaded with 2 people flying out
I
Sunday.
thought you said the inaugural flight though is next. Friday.
They-
It is, but
it-
that flight, that, they was like a test run. That's
Oh.
what offered it. They brought J1.
Yeah, J1s, yeah.
And some people-
They brought 3 J1s up on Sunday, and then they flew it back in on Tuesday again, I think. I don't know what
We
came
were
in
there
on Tuesday,
Sunday.
but 2 people did book and go out of here on Sunday.
Okay, because I was gonna do that and, go to the Cowboy game, but I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe you're on a do not fly list.
Not yet.
Because of my parking ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a scofflaw.
What about the van? What about the van the village bought?
Oh, the van?
But yeah, how about that?
There is a van, 15-passenger van, I believe. It's up at the community center. It'll be used primarily for the community center kids camps, the day camps in the summer. But we will have access to it to use for airport shuttles. Carlos Valentine, who does the Uber up here,
Mm-hmm.
he's got 2 other drivers. One of those drivers has a vehicle that'll carry 6 people, and they will be available for full airport pickups. We're also trying to start a campaign to get people to put their cars on Turo, which is a car sharing platform. I don't know how many we'll have. Turo has 1 car in Taos, so I don't know how many we'll get up here, but we gotta try. So we're getting over the ground transportation hurdle. We know a lot of these people will be second homeowners members and have something on their own, but we'll see. And we may have to pick up 8 people and get them somewhere.
Well, and let me just point out too, the main reason for the van, we did purchase it with Shay in mind. She has 2 old Suburbans. We're hoping that we can turn those into courtesy vehicles at the airport. And then the van, the primary, because, Advanced Air confirmed that if they could not land here, they would land at Taos. So we want to be able to pick up a plane load in Taos. The intention is we'll take up the back seats for the winter season, have room for luggage, and be able to haul easily 8 to 10 people.
Awesome. Yeah, they have a cross runway, so I can imagine there's very little time that they couldn't land in Taos.
Right, and that's, I mean, we witnessed it on Sunday. The time that flight gets here, like it was dead calm. As soon as that plane starts coming in, that windsock picked up. I mean, it's just, you know, you can almost set your watch by it, so. That's a powerful plane and it has a high threshold, but in the event that they send them to Taos, we're ready to go get them.
Well, anything else from the committee?
We encourage Carlos to blast out in with advanced air so that people coming up know about him.
We've got to build out information on our website about it. I'm not confident in Advanced Air doing it on their website, but we can do it on our website. We've got some work to do on our website, and on the village website, we've got to build a few pages on how the new lodgers tax or the short-term rental program works. If you go to Keystone, Colorado's village website and you click on short-term rentals, they lay it out beautifully. And I mean, pretty much anybody could read this and follow the directions and list their property. And we'll do that same thing to help our local community comply with the new short-term rental policy. So a lot of work to do.
No, I'm good.
Call this meeting closed.
Oh, 21. Yeah, 21. Oh, I thought 27 last month was good. Don't be late to these meetings. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Y'all have.
Yeah.